Okay, hello everybody. Nice to see you for today, and it's my pleasure to see you here on Zoom and the same time on YouTube. So nice to see you again, and this is a session. It's you know that it's like a small capsule. We're gonna do it weekly, inshallah, bismillah ta'ala, talking about the item of phonetics. And today we have a big item to discuss it with the item of phonetics. We're going to start with talking about what are the branches we need to study. ايه هي الاقسام او الفروع اللي احنا محتاجين نذاكرها. Besides that, بجانب ده كمان how can we study phonetics and what are the side or the additional items that we need to study too. الحاجات الإضافية اللي احنا محتاجين نحطها في مذاكرتنا برضه الفونetics. وهل إيه the phonetics enough؟ هل الفونetics هي enough او كفايه لينا في ان احنا نذاكر رولز فونetics بس، فبالتالي الفلونسي والاكيورسي بتاعتي في السبيكنج هتبقى هاي، ولا I need a side exercise، محتاج exercise زياده او ما الى ذلك. So let's go study, but before we start let me wear my glasses in order to be so ready. طبعا السيشن هيكون available على اليوتيوب. هو دلوقتي already on YouTube. السيشن already على اليوتيوب دلوقتي لايف. فاللي مش قادر يدخل السيشن او يحصل على اي استقطاعات في السيشن can get it to the item on YouTube. ممكن يتفرج علينا على اليوتيوب على الشانل بتاعتنا، ونبعت لكم على الفيديو after the session. So let's go now and start the items and interaction of phonetics. So hello all again. اهلا بيكم كلكم مره ثانيه. انا مبسوط جدا ان انتم معانا النهارده، وان شاء الله باذن الله تعالى يكون دايما مع بعض، ونحاول نفيدكم بالعلم والعمل الصالح دايما ان شاء الله باذن الله يا رب. So let's go now. Let's start. What is phonetics؟ ايه هي الفونetics؟ يا ترى هي ايه؟ What is phonetics؟ Why we use phonetics for؟ خلينا نشوف بقى الايتمز ديت على السكرين شير مع بعض. Let's go now and discuss it with each other. نتفرج عليها مع بعض كده وندردش مع بعض في ال 45 minutes دولت على الايتمز الخاصه بالفونetics. So what is phonetics؟ ايه هي الفونetics؟ الفونetics is a study of sounds يا جماعه. It's a study of sound would mean that you're gonna study the sound of the letters and even the sound of the words itself. يعني انت بتدرس الساوند. كلمه phonetics من كلمه فونيم، وكلمة الفونيم أو بتيكوال كلمة sound. فبالتالي when you hear the word phonetics، لما تسمع كلمة phonetics اعرف على طول that we are talking about sounds. بنتكلم عن أصوات. So the essence of learning how to pronounce accurately، الهدف أو الأساس إن أنت إزاي تنطق صح هو إن أنت تتعلم how to pronounce the item of the sound in English clearly، إنك تنطق الأصوات بشكل واضح. But before we talk about it, we have to know that what are the stages of pronouncing sounds؟ ايه هي المراحل اللي بيطلع فيها الصوت او بيتم انتاج الصوت؟ The item that we use as I gonna explain on my body، باستخدام البادي language دلوقتي وهي الايتمز. First there is the lungs. Lungs جماعة اللي هي الرئتين. Let's look at the camera. تمام. اللانجز اللي هم الرئتين، والرئتين هم مسؤولين عن عمليه taking breath، اخذ النفس وما الى ذلك. So the airflow starts from here and then moves to our larynx الى الحنجره، then go to the tongue then go to the mouth، بيروح للفم. And there is another part with the mouth. في جزء تاني كمان مسؤول عن النطق وهو كمان النوز. So mouth and nose, both of them are responsible for pronouncing the sounds clearly, wherever it is a sound of سواء كان الصوت ده كان vowels or consonants. So these are the parts of speech that we use in order to pronounce correctly. دي الأجزاء اللي احنا بنستخدمها عشان ننطق صح. الأجزاء اللي احنا بنستخدمها مرة تانية. most important part هو طبعا articulation part أو الجزء المسؤول عن المخارج الألفاظ utterances، وهو upper lip, lower lip, upper teeth, lower teeth، الtongue، والتقسيمه بتاعت الtongue. وبنقسم الماوث ل 3 parts. بنقسمه لحاجه اسمها front وهو الجزء المقدمه بتاعت التيث واللبس، وفي جزء mid، وفي جزء back اللي هو له علاقه بالليفيلا واللارynx اللي هو لسان المزمار او اللغلوغ زي ما احنا بنقوله كده، والحنجره. الايتمز ديت regulate your pronunciation، بتقسم النطق بتاعك to parts and to items. So let's talk first about what are the sounds؟ ايه هي الساوندز اولا and how can we produce it وازاي ننطقها بشكل accurate and how can we practice over it وازاي ان احنا نعمل practice عليها. Today we are going to talk about the introduction of the 5 items of phonetics. عندنا 5 stages في phonetics لازم ندرسهم بشكل كويس. Number 1, the first stage was a stage of sound. And in this stage we're going to deal with 2 kinds of sounds. نتعامل مع نوعين من الأصوات. صوت اسمه vowels with الأصوات المتحركة, and there is another one which is called consonants ودي الأصوات الساكنة. الفاول متحرك معناه ان في movement بتحصل من التانج, في movement بتحصل من air items, في movement بتحصل من utterances بشكل واضح. الconsonants just one movement without a lot of change, but there are some change with the consonants too. The second item, المرحلة الثانية, after we know how to pronounce the sound, we have to know to move to what we called it the syllable stress. What does it mean by syllable stress? One of the most important items that we may ignore or we don't know it, that all the words are not stressed. مش كل الكلمات اللي بننطقها stressed. يعني مثلا interesting. That's not right. We did not pronounce all the words like that. Interesting. So there are some syllable inside the word which is very stressed, قوية جدا في النطق, and others weak, ضعيفة في النطق. So this is how we are talking about with the second stage, which is a syllable stress. After that, we're going to move to the sentence stress, moving from just one word to a whole sentence. مش أنا بنطق كلمات بس مفردة. I need to pronounce or making a stress over a whole sentence, جملة كاملة. And inside these items, we are going to divide the sentence into 2 main parts. نقسم الجملة بتاعتنا. Content words and functional words. The content words are the most important words inside sentence, which are the higher ones, and the function words are the lower important one, which are the lowest one. So the stressed words are the content words, and the unstressed words are the function words. But what are the content words? What are the functional words? We're going to discuss it into the next sessions, inshallah. And the next stage is, after we know the sound, the syllable, the sentence stress, we go for one of the critical parts, which is the linking rules. How can we link words to each other? How can we link the sounds with each other? زي أربط كلامي, زي turn off, get off, something like that. How can I do these items? We have main 16 rules of phonetics. عندنا 16 قاعدة أساسية في phonetics في موضوع linking. We're going to study them and having a lot of exercise over them. And the last items is intonation. All of you know this word, especially when I give you a low score in it when you speak. كلكم عرفتوا الكلمة دي, كل الناس اللي معانا في IELTS item عارفين كلمة intonation وعارفين اللو سكور اللي بتدروب واثناء اللي احنا بنتكلم عن الايتم بتاعت الانتونيتنج او الانتونيشن, التناغم الصوتي والريذم, الايقاع. ناس كتير جدا تاخدش بالها من موضوع الانتونيشن. So this is the last item. So we have 5 stages we have to move through in order to have an accurate way of pronunciation. But phonetics is not enough. Phonetics is not enough. Knowing the rule, know how to pronounce, know how to deal is an effective item. It's very good to know the rule and to pronounce like the rule too. But you have to have your free speaking exercise. What exercise can help me, can support my study of phonetics? ايه الاكسرسايزز اللي ممكن تساعدني في ان انا ادعم الفونetics بتاعتي؟ First, listening. You have to listen, and not listen for listening, but listen to speak. So we can use some techniques like shadowing. One will listen. So I listen, I extract new vocabulary, and even I listen the way of pronunciation. And then I try to repeat or to shadow or to imitate this way of pronunciation. يبقى أول exercise ممكن أعمله بعيد عن الفونetics, رغم إن إحنا هنعمل نفس exercise في الفونetics برضه, وهو فكرة إن أنا أسمع. واسمع مقاطع بسيطة for 10 seconds, for 10 minutes, for 5 minutes, and then imitate. But before you imitate, just know the new vocabulary. أعرف الكلمات الجديدة اللي سمعتها الأول. And then imitate the way of pronunciation. ابدأ قلد طريقة النطق. That's one. Two, speak partnership. What does mean by speaking partner? You must have one of your colleagues. You are studying with each other. You have some colleagues at work, or even at study, work, or wherever the place you have. Just try to talk to each other from time to time. حاولوا تتكلموا مع بعض. حاولوا يكون في conversational item بينكم بعض. As we do with you inside the course of IELTS preparation, we have some items speaking with each other that you prepare some topics and talk about it, and even you have some exchange talk between you and your colleague inside the breakout rooms. So try to do that outside even. So you can do a group work, okay, and all of you are one of the best students that I have one day. So I think that you can collaborate with each other to have this successful item. So you can just put some topics in a daily or in a weekly exercise, and you can do it. And you can use some items like, you know, we can use the item of Clubhouse. It's going to help you a lot. Even if you don't have a partnership or a partner to help you, inside the Clubhouse, you're going to find an English native speakers. So you can share your opinion, you can talk with them, you can discuss several items with them. This is going to help you a lot. And here is the name of the item. Clubhouse. This application is one of the most best applications you can use in order to have a partner speaking person. Okay, so what after that? There is a third item, which is read aloud. By read aloud, it means that you put a fixed page for you to read every day. تحط نفسك كل يوم صفحة مثلا تقرأها or a half page. Read the page first by your own. اقرأ بصوت واطي جدا براحتك مفيش أي مشكلة. Read it, extract the new vocabulary لو فيها كلمات جديدة. نفس اللي تعمله في listening بس تعمله في reading. طيب بعد ما قرأت ال half page أو ال page that I have already read, I قرأتها بالفعل. Okay, now read it aloud. اقرأها بصوت عالي. وده هيبقى فيه advantages in 2 points في نقطتين. The first point is fluency of reading. هيسرع من الإيقاع بتاعك في القراية. That's one. Two, that you're gonna listen for yourself and try to apply the rule that you already discussed into phonetics. هيقابلك كلمات بقى تطبق عليها الsyllable stress, الword stress, linking items, intonation. So you're gonna find a chance to apply what you have already studied into the item of phonetics. So these 3 exercises is one of the best 3 exercises to help you to speak in a fluent way besides studying phonetics. So studying phonetics only is not enough, but it needs to be supported with other sub-skills like listening and shadowing, like speaking with a partnership, and like reading aloud. These 3 items will help you a lot inside your speaking item. Okay, so let's go now discussing the item of phonetics. And there is a question that I think millions of people ask it every day. What's the difference between the American accent and the British accent? And before I answer this part, I need to talk about this item inside the IELTS test. The accent inside the IELTS test is not required, but it's a part of the test. هو مش مطلوب منك تتكلم بأكسنت معينة. مش مطلوب منك تتكلم British أو American أو Canadian أو Caribbean أو wherever accent. مش مطلوب منك. المهم أنت تتكلم كلام يكون مفهوم. طيب, but what if I train myself over an accent? لو أنا بدرب نفسي على accent, speak like British, speak like American, wherever. Is that considered a problem? No, but it needs time. These items need time to be acquired. دي بتحتاج وقت علشان تبقى زيهم. And we called in this case a native like. بنطلق على الشخص في الحالة ديت اللي هو قرب لطريقة نطقهم native like. It doesn't mean that you can pronounce like them to do some mistakes or to try to cheat. بمعنى ان انا الوي لساني واتكلم واقول انا بتكلم زي الامريكان. I'm talking like American, you know that. No, it's not like that. ما تغيرش التون بتاعك وانت بتتكلم. اتكلم بالتون النورمال بتاعك جدا. But when you talk, I can hear that you are speaking like American too. Or when you're speaking like British too. So do not change your tone because this is item of cheating. Your intonation is not going to be a good one. الانتونيشن بتاعك مش هيبقى مظبوط. Okay, and even there are some items we're gonna declare that هتبقى موضحة الitems like the pronunciation of vowels. And here is the first difference between them. The American have only 15 vowel sounds, but the British has 25. Again, the American has only 15 vowel sounds. The American 25. 10 vowels. They are not exist, but you know that the British does not pronounce the R at the end or in the middle when it's followed by a vowel. لما ال R بتيجي في النهاية أو في نص الكلمة وجاي قبل منها vowel ما بنطقش ال R sound. ها قا بو like that. الأمريكان على العكس part منهم كبير جدا بينطق ال R عادي جدا. her, car, poor. And this is a difference because the R sound in the British is about 10 sounds. 10 أصوات بتفاعلوا أو بيتعاملوا مع ال R في different position في النطق بأماكن مختلفة. And why the American are pronounce the R بينطقوا ال R عادي جدا فما عندهمش مشكلة. So they omit these items. هم بينطقوا ال R already فبالتالي مش محتاج أي sound بيتعامل مع ال R فما عنديش problem فيها. And this is the difference between them. This is the main difference between them. Okay, so it's gonna be clear when you speak. هيبقى واضح جدا لما تتكلم وتحاول تقلد accent وانت مش على دراية بيه. هيتوضح من الفرق الكبير. So what you advise me to do, if you are targeting a high score with a minimum mistakes, try to stick to one accent. Yes, that's gonna help you a lot. But it needs time, as I mentioned before. لو انت عايز تجيب سكور عالي في السبيكينج يتخطى ال 7.5 لازم يكون accent مميزة. لأن ده هتساعدك كتير. It's gonna help you to collect the score and not to feeling puzzled or distracted. مش هتشتتك. مش مرة بنطق الار مرة لأ. مرة بنطق بريتش مرة أمريكان. فهيبقى فيه موضوع مختلط عليك انت نفسك. فحاول تستيك تو وان اكسنت. لا اما تنطق الار في كل الايتمز فخلاص اوكي، لا اما ما تنطقهاش بس لازم تعرف when and where and why. فهي دي النقطة اللي كنت حابب اتكلم فيها before I start قبل ما ابدا. The book that we're gonna paste on الكتاب اللي هنعتمد عليه اسمه American Mastering the American Accent. ده الكتاب اللي هنعتمد عليه. You're gonna find this book on the Telegram channel. الكتاب نزل على التليجرام النهارده على قناه التليجرام. تقدروا تستخدموا البوك وكمان الاوديو الخاص بيه. This book is a book that we're gonna discuss today. ده الكتاب اللي احنا هنناقشه النهارده. So first we have to know that we have to talk about the item of vowels. What are vowels? Vowels يعني متحركين. And as I mentioned before, in the American accent, we have 15 vowel sounds. عندنا 15 صوت متحرك. The vowel sounds are divided into short and long. Short vowel and long vowel. أصوات قصيرة وأصوات طويلة. الshort و long هنا for the time في الproduction بتاعهم. For example, this consider as short and this considered as long and this considered as short. So when I say sit, it's not like when I say seat. Sit, seat. Sit, seat. This is short and this is long. Sit, seat. Sit, seat. That's just an example. مجرد مثال ما بين الاثنين. So when you pronounce, careful for the kind of sounds that you use inside the words. خد بالك من نوع الفاول اللي استخدمه جوه الكلمه لانه بيحدد the way of pronunciation the word طريقه نطق الكلمه. So let's open the book with each other, see it and see the items of it and discuss it in detail. يلا بينا نفتح الكتاب ونشوف الايتمز الخاصه بيه. Let's go. تقدروا تنزلوا الكتاب دلوقتي available على التليجرام. الكتاب available على التليجرام. You can download it. تقدروا تنزلوه تقدروا تتعاملوا معاه. Okay, it's one of the best books around the item of teaching phonetics. And if you want a British accent item, you can ask our page about the courses of phonetics that we introduce, the American accent or the British accent, and we can help you with our professional trainers. So here is the item of chapter 1, as you see, and here is an introduction for the 15 vowel sounds. Here is an introduction for the 15 American vowel sounds. So let's listen with each other. خلينا نسمع مع بعض كده ونشوف الايتمز وانتم ممكن تكرروا ورايا في سرك. اوكي الايتمز. E, read, heat, meat, seat, seen, feet. Please eat the meat and the cheese before you leave. As I mentioned, long, short, in, bit, this, give, sister, well, city. It's pronounced as Surrey because it's called a flap T between two vowels, but it's not زي الفast T. Okay, and we're gonna know this techniques into the constant problems في chapter 4 inshallah. My sister Linda will live in the big city. Again, my sister Linda will live in the big city. A, late, gaped, baked, fail, main, braid, wait. Jane's face looks great for her age of 88. Careful, this is pronounced as of. Again, not I. Okay. Let, get, end, any, fell, bread, men, said. Careful. This word is pronounced as said in British. He said, he says, okay, in British. But in American, it's said and says. Said and says. I went to Texas for my friend's wedding. In British, it's called but here it's called Open your mouth. Last, apple, add, can, answer, class. The handsome man lost his package after his travels. Stop, luck, farm, want, army, possible, not possible, possible, got. John is positive that his car was parked in that lot. Come, up. This sound is called It's like that into the British accent. But when the American used that, they used what we can say the weakest of them. يعني استخدموا الأضعف منه. يعني ده القوي comes from here like pot, cut, hot, shot like that. انما الامريكان لما استخدموا الصوت الارق منه شويه او الاضعف منه فاستخدموه come, up, jump, pot, does, love, money, pout. Okay. And here is the item. Your younger brother doesn't trust us, does he? Next. All. It's oh, oh, oh. Look at my oh. All, foul, author, also, upload, thought, thought. Paul now is done laundry all day long. This sound is called oh. Look at my lips. Oh. Again. Oh. Like go. Slow. So. Those. Post. Moment. Drove. Sentence. Oh no, don't open the window, it's cold. Ooh, no, it's ooh, and it's ooh. Short, long, short, long. Ooh, ooh, oh. Look, took, put, foot, full, wolf, cookie. He would read the good book if he could. Ooh, cool, soup, moon, put, tooth, move, true. Soon knew about the food in the room. Look at this. This is a sound that we have already talked about. It sounds that replaced about 10 sounds in the British. Her, work, sure, first, early, where, earn, occur. What were the first words that girl learned? I, time, 9, dry, high, style, 5, China. I advise you try the bicycle in China. Ow, ow, south, house, cow, found, down, town. He went out for about, he went out of the house for about an hour. Oi, oil, choice, moist, enjoy, avoid, voice. Let's avoid the annoying noise. Let's avoid the annoying noise. Okay. So it's clear from this chart that the American has 15 vowel sounds, and these vowel sounds are divided into what we called it mono and deaf. What does it mean by mono and deaf? Mono means one sound, أصوات مكونة من صوت واحد. Okay, and deaf, two sounds معناها أصوات مكونة من صوتين. Okay, and inside the mono, جوه المونو قابلنا أصوات short وأصوات long. كل صوت short للونج بتاعه. أما inside the deaf احنا قابلنا أصوات بpronunciation مختلف، من اللي كانت من اللي كانت okay، من اللي كانت a في النهاية. But in the American, it's okay to see that. But in order to see the differentiation between these sounds and know it more، عشان نعرف الفرق أكتر بقى، لأن American الفروقات بينهم مش واضحة. We're gonna go for the original IVA. هنشوف دلوقتي الصورة للitems الأوريجينال بتاعت الساوندز، ونشوف التقسيمة بتاعت الساوندز الأوريجينال اللي هي المفروض based on the British items. Okay. ونشوف الديفرنسز ما بين الامريكان والبريتش والايتم اللي موجوده ما بينهم. So here is the original phonemic chart. دي الاوريجينال ايتم، طبعا ناقصه التريف سونجز، اي صوت من دول من الخمسه الاخر دوت مضاف له او مضاف له شوا في النهايه يبقى تريف سونج. So let's see. It's crystal clear from the chart in front of us. لو بصينا على الفاولز بس هنلاقينا شفنا فاولز دي كتير. يعني شفنا ده this one this one this one this one. Okay, this one wasn't clear بس كان موجود. Okay, this one that I called it the we use the weak one of it. Okay, and this one. What about 1 2 3 4? الفور sounds اللي قدامنا دولت موجودين. Yes, this one is considered already exist, ولكن بيبقى موجود في الستريس items بس مش موجود كساوند clear. اوكي طيب ده الايتمز المونو. يعني ايه مونو؟ يعني زي ما انتم شايفين كل الخانات فيها صوت واحد بس، فكل الكلمات دي تبقى كلمات من مقطع واحد. cheap مقطع واحد chip. good نسمع بقى البريتش، نسمع البريتش. sheep ship good shoot bid teacher head door cut up far on. This is the mono. ده المونو في البريتش. فأول حاجة طلعناها إن في 4 sounds مش موجودين. يس ولكن في منهم واحد بس موجود هنطلعه الناحية التانية. الناحية التانية الديف سونجز اللي هم الصوتين شفنا دول. اوكي بس ما شفناهمش بنفس الاستراكشر او بنفس الرموز، وده عادي، اختلاف الرمز امر طبيعي. Here is the item with the R. انا هنطقها بالR دلوقتي زي الامريكان. First هنطق الثلاث كلمات دول بالR زي الامريكان. Hair tourist and hair. In British hair toast and hair. اوكي ال A وال I وال I موجودين زي ما هم. wait poi my. ال two sounds الأخرى show and cow برضو موجودين. طيب فين الأصوات؟ فين الفرق؟ 1 2 3 4 5. لو ضفنا لهم شوا في النهاية، الشوا ده اللي هو الصوت ده اللي هو الR يعني في نهاية الكلام، فدي ما بنقول شاوا، وده مثلا لو نقول لوا، وده مثلا لو نقول بلايا، وده مثلا نقول بايلا، ودي مثلا نقول لايا. شايفين الR في النهاية؟ الايتم ديت is not exist لأنهم أساسا بينطقوا الR عادي جدا في نهاية الأمريكان. اوكي يبقى 10 sounds اللي احنا شفناهم اوكي او ان احنا طلعناهم من هنا هم اللي مش موجودين الناحية التانية. طيب في شكل مختلف برضو ان ال 2 dots دولت مش موجودين. لا موجودين في بعض الكتب بتكتبهم، في بعض الكتب لا. لو بعض الايتم في الامريكان كاتباهم، بعض الايتم في الامريكان مش كاتباهم. اذا الرمز مش هو اللي يخصني خالص، ولا شكله ولا الفورم بتاعه كديفرنس في الريتن فورم هنا او هنا. اللي يهمني الساوندز نفسه، هل هم بنطقوه ولا لا. And here is a difference between the vowels only. Is there a difference in the consonants? No, there is no difference in consonants. Maybe the difference in some rules of pronouncing the consonants. ممكن يكون الاختلاف في نطق بعض قواعد الكونسونانتس، ودي اللي هناخدها بالتفصيل by the way. حتى الآن this session is just an introduction. بقدم لكم او بعمل لكم ريفيو سريع على اللي احنا المفروض هناخده step by step خطوه خطوه. Okay, so what I'm gonna do first ايه اللي احنا هنعمله اولا بقى دلوقتي؟ اللي chart of the 15 vowel sounds. اللي chart بتاعت ال 15 صوت متحرك. This chart I need you to study it. Okay, listen for it for several times and repeat it. اسمع وقرر and record for yourself. After you listen and study, record. And when you record, listen for yourself again. اسمع لنفسك مرة تانية and then make a comparison between what you have already listened and what you have already studied. Okay, وشوف if I do the exact لو نطلع زيهم بالظبط it's okay, move on. If I don't, repeat again. قرر مرة تانية, listen again مرة تانية, قرر معهم مرة تانية and read aloud واقرأ بصوت عالي الايتمز او الايتمز الخاصة ب 15 vowel sounds. يبقى this is the first step. دي أول خطوة تشتغل عليها the whole week. الأسبوع ده كله from today till the next إن شاء الله للأسبوع الجاي اشتغلوا على ال 15 vowel sounds. those 15 vowel sounds 15 صوت دولت يطلعون كتير جدا جدا جدا. even you can put only 2 sounds per day. كفاية صوتين بس في اليوم. خلي الأصوات related ببعضها. يعني مثلا for example الإي والأ okay related. ال والأ related. الأ والأ والأ الثلاثه دول related. الاو اللي هي بتاعت جو والاي والاو اللي في النهايه related. الاو والاو related. الار دي الواحده. الاي والاوي والاي الثلاثه دول برضو الاي اللي احنا شفناها فوق related. فانت ممكن تذاكر الاصوات الريليتد ببعضها او ممكن تمشي بنفس الترتيب that you see in front of you. This is just a start. دي مجرد البدايه للايتمز. Listen for it carefully and then I will hear or I will listen for a record of you from the 15 vowel sounds with the whole table. كل واحد فيكم هيبعت لي ريكورد كامل بال 15 صوت مكتملين. هنبعتهم فين؟ on WhatsApp. on WhatsApp. على الواتساب هتبعتوا ريكورد بال 15 صوت بالتيبل كله. امتى؟ next week إن شاء الله before the next session إن شاء الله بإذن الله تعالى. That's all for today. ده اللي عندنا النهارده. Just an introduction سريعة on what we're gonna do and what are the styles of study that you need to do besides the phonetic items. There will be a lot of rules. ما تستعجلوش. هيبقى في rules كتيرة. هيبقى في items كتيرة. How can we pronounce? When we pronounce. Okay. And the right production. The stress rules. The linking rules. The problems of consonants. How can we pronounce the consonants like the American? How can we be a native speakers? All of these items we're going to study it inshallah from week to week. Thanks for today and see you next time inshallah على خير. أشكركم وأشوفكم على خير المرة الجاية. مع السلامة.